Welcome to your messages of love. I am channeling spirit for you today for a general reading, and we all need love, right? Love is the highest frequency that exists. When we are in a state of love, we feel so good. We can connect with others. We can see the beauty in everything. We have compassion. There's so many things that can happen when we're chasing love, and sometimes we can become quite desperate. We can then accept people's behaviors and things that actually aren't aligned with who we truly are. So we can fall into relationships that aren't necessarily best for us. I once was in a relationship purely on the basis of how much he loved me. And I really enjoyed how excited he was to be in my company, yet I didn't realize I actually didn't have those same feelings, and it took me a few years to actually realize. So sometimes I'm just, we're in love with the notion or the thought of being in love, and as much as that's beautiful, we do need to bring in a bit of our rational mind to see what we are really attracting in our world. So I'm going to channel spirit today. I'm going to bring beautiful love messages to you to help you attract that love, to be that love, and know that you are enough. Whether or not you're in a relationship or single, it's irrelevant. These are general messages. So take what resonates, and please like, subscribe, all those algorithm things, and pop your comments below. And let's start. All right, let's get into it. So, you beautiful people that picked heart number 1, your messages of love. We have a deception card, the deception card. It says someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. Now, remember I said this doesn't matter if you're in a relationship or single, okay? This is more about yourself. Now, there's something going on in your love life. And when I say love life, it's just about your frequency of love. There's an aspect to you not being honest with yourself. There's an aspect with you not seeing what truly is happening. A few years back, I was having these visual migraines where all of a sudden I could only see half of people's faces or half of pictures or whatever I was looking at. And it's a common occurrence for some people, but for me, I was going to get to the bottom of it. And I was all about, well, what am I not looking at? And there was things in my life that I actually thought, okay, I've been pretending that part has been okay. I haven't, said anything to ruffle anybody's feathers or told them what I really truly deserve or what I want. And there's an aspect to you, because the minute I address situations in my life that I was ignoring, I then never, touch wood, ever had one of those migraines again. So it was like, what are you not seeing? And it doesn't mean what do you not know. Like, it's like you know it here, but you don't want to put it here. And it could very well be that if you are in a relationship, it could be the way the relationship's going. It could be that you're not getting what you truly want, or you're finding yourself saying things to your partner that is not necessary, and it's just like, everything's going swimmingly nice, but there might be a part of you that's used to drama, for example, with the upbringing that you had. So you go out of your way to start a fight. And it's not deliberate, because once you're in it, you're thinking, oh God, what's going on? What have I done? fun. It's just sort of like this part of you that needs to be nurtured, part of you that needs to be forgiven. Go back to what you've been through and forgive yourself for ever feeling that way. So there's a bit of soul searching with this card, because there's aspects to your love that you're tainting. And that's an example for if you're in a relationship, but this is not about others. This is about you, because there's a part of you that you're not admitting. There's a part of you that you're pushing back and not allowing. So when we go into what we've been through, tapping into those things that we've pushed down, suppressed, ignored, we can then become quite a ticking time bomb. So in this energy of this card, and I know I'm getting deep, but you got to remember I'm an EFT practitioner, so I look for traumas with my clients. So when I'm working with Spirit's going to tap into those filing cabinets in my mind that I already have access to. So I work a lot with that deep set emotion, and I know that this is very much about you attracting, being pulled to heart number one. This is all about self-love. This is all about going into your past, and it's time that you unravel the emotions that you have been suppressing or ignoring. Now, not to say you haven't been healing, not to say that at all, because you've been opening things up, but then you go, oh, that's too hard, and put it back down. So now it's time to go back to what you've already worked on, to go to the next level. And the thing is, when we're working on ourselves, we find, and I'm going to get another deck of cards, we find that something comes up, or we get triggered by something, and we think, hang on a minute, I've worked on this part of me, I'm over that. It's interesting, because every time I hear the words I'm over that, I feel like we need to go there. So when my clients come to me and they go, oh, no, that I've dealt with that, I go, oh, do you mind if we just have a quick look at it? And 9 times out of 10, there's an aspect to that still needs to be dealt with. So yeah, that's what's coming through for that deception. It's like you're just hiding behind the truth. There's just a little bit more truth. Whether or not you're in a relationship, it'll be about your the way you behave in that relationship rather than your partner. It's not about that. It's more about you. And if you don't have a partner, it's just about owning up to going that next mile with that healing journey for yourself. And when you allow yourself to just be okay with who you are, be okay with what you've been through, be okay with how far you've come, all those type of beautiful things, you will then allow yourself to surrender. And when you surrender, that's where you vibrate at a beautiful frequency, and that's where love just comes out of your ass, like everywhere. It shines. But there's just still a little bit of work to do just to even, and it could simply be just you admitting, you know what? Okay, there are stuff that I'm ignoring. There is stuff that I am ignoring. And woo, we get this card that jumps out, and it's health. So there may be some health opportunities for you to address. And in that, you'll find your answers. So everything has to unleash, uncover, because then you'll be vibrating. Because, when you've got information is power, so that you can then work through it and take the right steps. And it says, I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. So this is very much heart space. It's green. Green's very much heart. It's very much self. It's very much abundance and finances as well. So there's this health doesn't necessarily have to be just your body. It could be your relationship with money and all the rest of it. But when you start going back and unpacking what you've been ignoring or you just left on ice for a while, go back there and realize that you're not the same person anymore. And without those experiences, you wouldn't be as resilient as you are. And you honor that, honor yourself. And that's where the abundance and the love will just come at you left, right, and center. But Spirit's here to let you know that you are on the right track. It may feel a bit heavy and dark, but you are on the right track. And there's a denial card as well. And it just says, I acknowledge my fear and I replace it with the insight of awareness. information is power. When you're aware of what's going on, that's where you heal the most, and that's where love will just be pumping left, right, and center through your veins. It already is, but you're just not letting it out. So the messages of love here is it's time to do that work so that you can then vibrate in that frequency. You are fine. You're on the right track. There's just a little bit of work to go. And those are your messages of love. Okay, heart number 2. And you know what? I've actually put the same cards back in. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get the same card for some of these readings, but it doesn't matter because it'll be a different message depending on what Spirit gives me at the time. And heart number 2, oh, I threw it away, is honeymoon. It says, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Now, this doesn't mean that you need to be in a relationship. This is a relationship or not. Now, I'm feeling a little bit disconnected with this one, a little bit, because I feel like up until now, it's been a little bit lonely, a bit lonely for you. And the thing is, Spirit's coming in saying enjoy a holiday. And it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to pack your bags and go on a holiday. It's more like when you allow yourself to realize that you are enough. You are enough. Your spirits of love, your messages of love from Spirit is that you are enough. Now, I'm feeling quite... When I first went into this energy, I was a little bit disconnected. I'm a little bit stumbling over my words also. So I know it's quite hard for you to say how you're feeling at the moment because there's a little bit of confusion going on and my throat gets very tight and dry. It's like, well, I can't say how I'm feeling because if I do, I'll be shut down or I'll be rejected or whatever. And this is not necessarily in relationships, as in with a partner. This is more just in general with relationships with people in your life. Now, you're allowed to enjoy exactly where you are right now. Whether you have a partner, whether you're, happy with what's going on, whether you want something else, whatever's going on with you, Spirit's here to let you know that it's safe to be exactly where you are and enjoy just taking a break. Now, you may feel like if I stop now, it'll stop the momentum. If I stop now, I won't be there quick enough. I thought I would have been further along. I'm too old for this shit. And, all this self-talk that we do from time to time because we're all human. But what the real thing is here is it's time for you to stop and enjoy where you're at. You've got the love card. And it says, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. And it feels as though you've been going too fast to actually look around and see what's happening. And when you stop and really appreciate what you already have, what you've already done, who you already have become, you're going to find that love is yours for the taking. You've already got it. Now, if all this is just confirmation, then that's enough too. Because it feels as though you always want more, you're looking for more, you're very much a go-getter, and it's very hard for you to stop. But when you realize that everything is actually perfect where it is, that's where you're going to grow the most. You've already got the love card. You've already been told to just stop and enjoy and, take that honeymoon, take that holiday. And you get the discipline card as well. I feel though that you are quite disciplined, but the discipline needs to shift into the personal. So if I'm going into, say, the business mind or the way you have your house, dinner time, this, that, and the other, like it's very regimented, very scheduled, you know what to expect, and you go over there to be safe. But when you come back to your personal self, that's where the discipline needs to come as well, because you're bloody good at what you do. And what you do is just you just show up. And if somebody needs something, guess who's there? You are. And you know what to do. And when you don't know what to do, you say, leave it with me. And then you find out what to do. But it's time just to take a step back, because in that rest, you will get more momentum than ever. If you keep going now, it can very much lead to burnout, and to breaking down the structure that you've already built when you know what to expect, where everything is, all that sort of stuff. So just slow down the pace, take that break, allow that love in. Oh, because you are love. You are like a shining light when you walk in the room. And it's time that you start doing that and knowing that, because you're allowed. Gosh, you're allowed. I want you in my corner. If you chose this card, this heart, it's just a confirmation that you already are vibrating love everywhere you go, in every aspect. But now it's time to stop, absorb it, realize where you are, and accept that love for yourself. And that is messages for heart number 2. Okay, heart number 3. Ooh, this one's yelling at me. Oh, make the effort. Okay. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Whoo, okay. This one sort of just hits me in the heart space. It really just knocks me for a 6, because here I was thinking that it was everybody else not giving me the love. But in actual fact, it is me blocking it. This is how this reading's coming across to me. And again, it doesn't matter if you're in a relationship or not. There's an aspect to you with a lock and key right here in your heart space, because you've been through enough. You have hurt enough. Love just brings heartache, blah, blah, blah. You know what? Stop it. Stop it, because you know what? It's time that you're allowed to get back into allowing people in your world, allowing people into your heart space, and trusting that you've been through everything you've been through because of a reason. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if you're in this type of wellness industry, or if it's something that you're pulled toward, because you're quite the empath, so you feel deeply for other people, and you're a real good listener. So people come to you for your sound advice, because you know what to say to help people break their spirals. And there's an aspect to you that you'll do it for them easily, but it's when it comes to you, it's really, really hard. There's quite a theme through these readings as I speak and channel, because it's time that you, my darling, make the effort for you. And I said this recently a few times to my clients, and probably on one of my videos, a few moons ago, full moons, when I write down everything, I wrote down, my husband should treat me like the queen that I am. But then I thought, oh, I better act like that queen, because I've been acting like a bitch. And there's an aspect to that where you're expecting people to come in and know what you're thinking, know what you're saying, and it's not happening. You're not getting that support. But it's time that you step it up a little and just start behaving like you have got the support. Start behaving like you've got everything that you desire, because that's when the universe will match your frequency, and that's when the people will show up, and it won't necessarily be the people you expect. It's interesting. We think that we would do everything for you, so why wouldn't you do it from me? But the law of karma is that you'll get it back, but it doesn't necessarily have to be from them. So if you're putting out, don't do it to receive back. Okay? That's the main theme here, the main message. Don't do it to receive back, because you may very well be disappointed, but you will receive all good things in good time, not necessarily from that exact person. So I just want to pull a couple more cards for you, because you have been worrying, haven't you? It's now time to let it go. Let it go, because worrying stops us from living. Okay, it says here, I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. I feel like you have been doing some meditation, like some mindfulness, some sitting down and just, allowing yourself to process. And it's a really nice time for that for you. And I feel like it's the Buddha that said, if there's a remedy, there's nothing to worry about. And if there's no remedy, there's nothing to worry about. In other words, it is what it is. If, things are going to happen, if you sit there and worry, it's not going to change the outcome. So your message of love here is that Spirit's holding you. They've got your back and allowing you to say, it's okay. You're supported. Call them in. But it's time that you don't just... I'm going to say it. It's time that you just don't sit back expecting things to show up if you're not putting it out there. You've got to make the effort for the universe to match you. Okay? I want to get you another card. I feel like I'm telling you off in this reading a little bit. But you know what? If you pick card 3, it's for you. And last but not least, I'm going to pull this one out. Honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. You know what to do next. And you're not a quitter. You're not a quitter. Because love is just a beautiful emotion that you can literally see in nature. You are like a fairy. You can sit there on the you know, the earth, the grass, the beach, wherever you are, and really you can feel the vibrations of that nurturing you. But it's time that you remember this. Like, you know, you've been going a little bit dark with your thoughts, a little bit sad, those type of things. But just keep focusing on what you want. You can break that cycle now because Spirit's here to show you that it's not all as bad as you've been feeling. I want to get you another card, and it's the freedom. Perfect. Freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. You're in complete control here. You absolutely are. And Spirit's here to let you know that they are completely supporting you. You know, connect with the earth. Ground yourself. Allow yourself. But you need to make the effort. You need to open that front door, get some fresh air, get that sunlight in your eyes. If you're in the southern hemisphere, that is, but then again, it's raining a lot of the time. But, you know, just the elements are calling you. And that's where your love is going to be, to realign you, to start moving forward a little bit more purposefully, okay? And that is your message of love for heart number 3. Thank you very much for tuning in, my beautiful people. Take care. Please like, subscribe, all those algorithms. Have a look below at the other services that I provide and enjoy your day. I'll see you soon. Take care of others, but especially be kind to yourself. Peace out.